Are the Xiaomi Piston 2 or Mi In-Ear headphones really worth Rs 999? Let's find out. The Gadget Nerd reporting here. What's going on, everybody? And today we'll be giving you our honest, full in-depth review of the Xiaomi Piston 2. We have been using the Piston 2 and we have also done some in-depth testing for the Piston 2. So now we think it's about the perfect time to give you guys our full review on the Xiaomi Piston 2. So before we begin this review, let me talk about where I'm coming from and what headphones I have used in the past. Okay, so basically I'm not an audiophile and I'm also not a professional headphone reviewer. So you can consider me as an average consumer. In the past I have owned the Sennheiser HD202 over-the-ear headphones. I've also owned the Sony MDR-XP400 which are so-called extra bass headphones. And I've also owned the Apple standard headphones, the previous generation one. What I look for in a headphones is crystal clear sound quality and a decent bass. And before making this video, we have done a bit of research ourselves and we'll make sure that no one is left out, and we'll cover most of the stuff including my experience with the Piston 2 in-ear headphones. So let's get started and do stick till the end of this video as we have something interesting. So what is the most important aspect with any headphone? Of course, the sound. So I'm going to skip design and everything, and currently I'm going to focus on the sound because let's be real, I know you are here to know how do they sound. So when we first got the Pistons, our first impressions with the sound were not great and it sounded very averageish and the bass was very poor. And then we read about burn-in. So what this basically means is when you buy a new pair of high quality headphones, they do not sound that great out of the box. But after you use them for a while, they start sounding much better as the drivers have to loosen up. So the burn-in period of headphones depend on how much you use them. And here we just speeded up the process. Anyways, if you want to see a tutorial on how to burn in headphones, then do let me know in the comments down below and I'll be more than happy to make a video for you. Now coming back to the sound, let's talk about the bass first. So the bass or bass, as you like to call it, is fairly good but feels a bit muddy. Not the best bass I have heard, but still it's not as worse as some people describing it to be. To really feel the bass, you have to burn in the headphones first and use them for 1 to 2 days. Yes, we agree, out of the box the bass is not that good. It eventually gets better, but not the best quality bass I've heard. The sound quality is pretty good but not crystal clear. I feel the muddy bass and treble both affect the clarity of sound. I'm a person who will choose an earphone which have much clear sound, much better or clear sound over the earphones which have an amazing bass. Don't get me wrong, I do like bass in earphones, still it does not affect the clarity and crispness in sound. And these earphones are surely not recommended for podcast or vocals. Also, you may notice there's a little bit of echo to the sound. Highs are good, mids are very averageish, and lows are decent. The range of frequency response on these earphones is from 20Hz to 20 kHz, which is found on most of the earphones these days. Our human ear can also generally hear frequencies from 20Hz to 20 kHz. But these do not give a surround sound like experience. They are good, but they are kind of missing the feel in music. To get a surround sound like experience and a feel in music, the frequency response should at least be from 18 Hz to 22 kHz. According to us, these earphones are great for the price, but they are not the best sounding earphones you can find in this price range. Let's now talk about the noise cancellation. They cancel out a lot of noise outdoors and indoors. They kind of seal the ear, which is good and bad. I'll come to that in a minute. And they do a great job in noise cancellation. So here's an advice. Do not wear Pistons while you're walking on the road or driving. Pistons do a great job of noise cancellation. They almost seal the ear, kind of. But if you're listening to music with full volume on them, they do cancel out the vehicle noises and also the honking sound of vehicles. So I simply won't recommend you to wear them when you're walking on a busy road or you are driving. Eating while wearing the Pistons is also not recommended because they just kind of seal your ear, and while you're eating they just amplify that eating sound in your ear and it feels a lot disturbing and annoying. That's just an advice. Talking about the microphone now. The microphone works very well. Yes, it does catches a bit of background noise, but in calls it works perfect. So do I recommend it for voiceovers? No, definitely not. It's simply not that good for voiceovers. Yes, it works good in calls, but it catches a lot of background noise in voiceovers and recordings, and also it's not that clear. So I won't recommend it for voiceovers. During calls, it just works decent. Let's talk a bit about comfort. In comfort, these earphones fit the ear very well. They also provide you with a short clip and 3 ear tips, that is small, medium and large, which I think is great. But they are not the best in comfort, they are just average, as they do hurt the ears after long usage. And also I started getting a headache after listening to them for continuous 3 hours. They are simply not good in comfort. Because of not a very crisp sound and just an average comfort, these earphones are simply not recommended if you are a person who listens to a lot of podcasts and vocals. If you're using Pistons with the Xiaomi device, by long pressing of play or pause button brings up the voice dialer by Google, which is nice. So how's the gaming experience on smartphone while wearing these headphones? The gaming experience from these headphones is great. Because of the good bass, the sound effects in the games sound great. We played many games like Temple Run, Asphalt 8, etc. The experience overall is fantastic. Just one thing, you can't wear these earphones for a long time while gaming because the ears start hurting, and we noticed that after 1 hour of continuous gaming, our ears started hurting. So can we use the Pistons with our PC? Yes, you can, but while using them with the PC, the sound quality is below average. Bass is very poor and the sound gets pretty loud and hurts the ear. So why exactly the sound is not great while using them with the PC? Let's find out. And here comes the role of impedance. On Piston, the impedance is 16 ohms. Now what basically does this impedance means? Let me give you an example. Impedance is just like a pipe of water. The larger the pipe, the higher amount of water it will require at the same time. But it will move at a low pressure. And the smaller the pipe, it will require less amount of water and it will move at a high pressure. Headphones with impedance of less than 25 ohms are considered to be as low impedance headphones, and those who have impedance higher than 25 ohms are considered to be as in high impedance headphones. So headphones with low impedance will require less power to deliver high audio levels, and they will work very well with portable devices like mobile phones, iPods, tablets, etc. And the headphones with high impedance will work very well with laptops and desktop PCs. And due to the low impedance of Pistons, they are made to work very well with mobile phones, iPods, tablets and all kind of portable devices. And this is the main reason why they don't work well with computers. And it's also not safe to use them with a computer as it may damage the earphones themselves. Now the compatibility of Pistons. We tested the Pistons with 7 devices. To be exact, we tested them with the Xiaomi Mi 3, the Xiaomi Redmi 1S, the Nexus 4, Nexus 7, the iPad Air, the Zenfone 5 and also the Nokia Lumia 525. With Xiaomi devices, all of the controls worked well and the sound was also great. With Nexus 7, the play or pause button works well with a slight delay, but the volume rockers act as a next and previous button. With Apple devices, the volume rockers don't work, but play and pause button works well with a slight delay. With Nokia Lumia 525, all controls work very well, but there's just a little bit of delay, 1 second delay when we press the play or pause button. So these headphones will work great with Lumia devices. Now time to do some tests. Let's start with what we call the tangle test and see if the Pistons are tangle free or not. And as you can see, Pistons did a pretty decent job here. They are not flat style cable, but they don't tangle easily. I think it is because of the high quality Kevlar cable found on the Pistons, but again they are not completely tangle free. So let's do the cover test now. So I have this gold back case cover from my Xiaomi Mi 3. Let's see if the 3.5mm plug fits properly inside the 3.5mm jack, and it fits properly. And if you're thinking about the case, I'll leave the links to the case in the description down below. Last but not the least, let's talk about the build quality and design of the Pistons. Pistons shine when it comes to build quality and design. They are simply one of the best built headphones when it comes to in-ear headphones. You won't find any better built headphones in this price range, period. The design language of Pistons is just fantastic. They are made up with high quality material and they just scream quality. The lower half of the cable below the remote is made up of high quality braided Kevlar cord, and Kevlar is a material which is also used in bulletproof vests. Also, I put these in my back pocket and forgot to take them out, and I sat on my chair for hours doing my work, and when I took them out, they were still perfectly working and I couldn't see any damages whatsoever. We got some dirt on the surface of earplugs after a good amount of usage, I think because of design, but the dirt was easily cleanable, so no issues there. So that pretty much does not wrap up this video, and there's something more. Do you remember in my Pistons unboxing I showed a video clip where the reviewer said these are the best in-ear headphones Maybe that could be his personal opinion, but we found out many mixed reviews on Pistons and which confused us and made us think. So we collected some feedback from users who were using Pistons and where they bought them from. And here's what we found out. Almost all the people who imported Pistons from China or bought Pistons from eBay, which is also imported from China, were highly satisfied with the audio quality and bass Piston produced. On the other hand, most of the people who bought from Flipkart were complaining about the sound quality and especially the bass. So this made us think, is Xiaomi selling different units of Piston in India? In order to know the difference, we had to get the Chinese variant of Pistons, and trust me, this is the most interesting part of this video. So before I begin, I would really like to thank Mithun Mehta as he provided us the Chinese variant of Pistons for testing. And this part of the video is only possible because of him. He's also a top rated seller on eBay with over 99.2% of positive feedback on his store All Phone Unlocked. Do check his store out, I'll link his store in the description down below. So now we decided them to compare with the Chinese variant of Pistons. So let's unbox the Chinese variant real quick, and thanks to Mithun Mehta again because he provided us with a sealed box. In the box we got the same stuff as we got with the Indian Pistons, just the packaging, material and color is a bit different. The Chinese Piston case and earphones themselves did smell like chocolate, which was not the case with Indian ones. So is there any difference? Let's start with design and last but not the least, the sound. So is there any difference in design? If you look at both of them from a distance, we really can't find any difference in design. Let's take a closer look now. Starting with the earplugs. The earplugs almost look same, but the right and left on Chinese variant of Pistons is marked with bright orange color, whereas on Indian ones a rubber type material is used to mark the right and left. Also, the ring around the earplug to know which one is right earplug can be felt much well on the Chinese version of Pistons. And you will also find a barcode tag on Chinese version of Pistons which is not present on Indian version. Apart from that, we were not able to find any more differences in terms of looks and design. Coming to the most important aspect, is there any difference in sound? And the answer to this is yes, there is. The Chinese versions of Pistons are better in bass and audio quality. They also do not give that muddy type of bass. And the bass is also very clear in the Chinese ones. The mids, lows and highs are a bit better on Chinese ones, and overall they do sound a bit better. But here's the thing, you're getting Indian versions of Pistons for around Rs 999 and Chinese versions for around Rs 1500. And you have a lot of options of headphones under 1.5k, and some also do sound a bit better than Pistons. And most of the people won't even notice the difference in the audio quality of Indian and Chinese Pistons unless and until they are an audiophile or test their headphones with super high quality audio tracks. But if you are a person who is looking for Pistons and want the best Piston available, then definitely get the Chinese ones as they sound a bit better. I would personally get a Sennheiser because the audio from the Sennheiser has a clarity to it and they offer sound as it was recorded in the studio. But they do not have great bass. Also, I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I do wear my headphones for a long time, and Pistons do hurt the ear if you wear them for a long time. So which one would you go for? Do let me know in the comments down below as we read all of the comments and reply to most of them. So now that pretty much wraps up this long review of the Xiaomi Piston 2. But before ending this review, I would like to give a shout out to 3 or 4 people over here who helped me understand headphones. I watched their videos and they really helped me. So let me read out their names, and their channel links will be in the description down below. First one is Amit Ugle, as I watched his videos on YouTube and about impedance and frequency response on headphones. So that really helped me. Second one is Snazzy Labs, as I also watched their videos on YouTube about headphone buying guide. That was really helpful. You can check those videos out in the description. All of them will be in the description below. And Gareth Bryant. Okay, Gareth, sorry if I spell your name wrong, but he also does awesome headphone reviews and I really like his format, so you can check him in the description down below. And also Matthew Brandon, so you can check his channel as well in the description down below. And all the links will be in the description down below, so do check the description. And thanks for watching, and please do subscribe as you will be notified about our latest video as soon as we upload it. And it also helps us. It's free and always will be. Just click that subscribe button down below. Anyways, thanks a lot.